Welcome everyone, it's Vaporous Drakomar. It's time for some more Raid Shadow Legends. We are going to start the climb into the very dangerous, infamous even, Doom Tower. How do I want to set this up? Let's start with this. Because the Doom Tower is really something. Very dangerous place. Those are like, but it's not that dangerous. We've seen nothing yet. You've seen nothing yet. This is the first floor. When we get to like floor 80, that's when the real evil will start to come out of the woodwork. Or Doom Tower Hard. That's when the real evil will come out of the woodwork. Because we're going to want to continue to climb. Because we want to try our luck at the boss. Or maybe I'll do that later. Because I don't... The problem with beating this boss is it unlocks a whole Pandora's box of BS. That's the problem. As you might think, oh, there's just something. Some Pandora's box in this tower. Oh, no. This specific one is a Pandora's box. Straight up, a Pandora's box. This right here, if you want to know where Pandora's box is, it's in this tower. I just want to get my foot in the door to try to make some progress and get some rewards. Because the boss in here is beyond the extent of evil. The waves are hard, don't get me wrong. But what actually awaits you at the boss is nothing short of legendary levels of evil. Like, I can't even use this same team comp versus Bommel. I have to change my team comp. Because, here's the deal. Spirit Host is useless versus Bommel. Absorb that for... Absorb that. I dare you. Absorb that. Just mentally absorb that. Spirit Host is useless versus this boss. Nothing she does will leave any mark upon it. And it gets worse. So, not only with... She is useless. Almost all cleansers are useless versus this boss. Mausoleum Mage is useless versus this boss. Block debuffs is useless versus this boss. And a lot of other champions are also useless versus the very first boss of this rotation. So you're like, what is even useful in this rotation? The answer is very little. And most of the champions that are the best against Bommel are niche. They're horribly, horribly niche. Like the most niche. Like they are literally the most niche champions in the game. Are the ones that are actually good versus this boss. And one of them, his name is Templar. This boss is Force Affinity, which means the best damage dealers versus it are Force Affinity damage dealers, or Void Affinity damage dealers. We'll get some gems though. The main thing I'm doing this is for the rewards and to not fall too far behind. We're gonna first experiment with ways of killing Bommel. Now, I'm not sure how good Apothecary is versus Bommel. I know that Vizier has some merits versus him. I'm assuming Coldheart has some merits. Has to, right? She does pretty good damage. Drexstar is probably good. I don't think that I'm not hatching the Drexstar. Because I am. I just want to hatch him at a very specific point in time. During clan versus clan. Just like I only want to fight. I want to fight that boss during clan versus clan. Because I want to see what I can do to it.
Alex, do not stay up all night. At 7, we're going to take the other thing out of the car. Okay. At the very latest, 7:30.
All right.
So I can't.
Well, that sucks.
Then we're going to go pick up the other thing. Leaving here at 8, getting there at 9. He wants it done in the morning. If it's going to take us 2 trips, we are going to need to do it all like in the morning. Right?
Well, hopefully it's not a million tons. And I can not break myself attempting it. As I'm worried it has the nature of that stupid cabinet.
I don't know. Kevin's going to come in through that kitchen door over here. Because I can't see it. We don't know what else to do with it. Maybe back there, and then we have to paint, wash it, and paint it or something. Well, do you think we should buy it? We should take the other things? I don't know. Isn't it the better thing?
I'm not 100% sure, but I can tell you that you will find something else.
Well, we have to inspect it very carefully if we get it, because kids have imperfections that I can't solve. That's the problem.
Alright, so we've hit the Trundas. How the hell are they all in Viz? Viz Trundas. Okay, first things first, we've got to focus that martyr. Because I do not need that martyr getting away with free real estate. The only good thing about this situation is the fact that I have the direct star fused. So I no longer need to stay up until like 1 a.m. to get the fragments, because that's where I ended up purchasing the fragment. So then that's where it gets stuck. That's no longer a problem. So we're going to climb up to where the boss is. Okay, Anithwe. Okay, I was about to say. So yeah, Anithwe is going to be a big focus. I'm saving for the boss for a specific point in time. But I want to try a team comp versus it. Solus. That's the thing about Doom Tower. And the thing that makes it so incredibly rough to do is the fact that there we go. Got him there. We're gonna need Ugo for this. Because even if we get that going, I know for a fact that if we don't get them all block buffed, I will do that. If we don't block all their buffs, well, I can just not drive and you can just do it. Because I'm sick of you finding new things to clutter the house with. Oh. Alright. Get that. Okay, you know what? I should have just killed the Broadmaw. I I should have just done the Broadmaw, because now this gives this guy a chance at life. Which is not what you want. Mainly focusing the Maneater, because the Maneater is the big problem. See, by targeting the Maneater, we've taken out the majority of the problem. There we go. Get to floor 9. And then on floor 10 is the boss. It's just a bit of a damage nerf. It's nothing too substantial. In fact, correct me if I think I get Visix today. I think I actually get Visix today. Unfortunately, that's not a Visix. That's a far worse thing than a Visix. That guy on the far left, that's a Necrit the Great. Which, this is going to be very annoying dealing with that. Maybe I should focus him down. Just a thought. Just a thought. Dark Aethel is hardly a threat to anybody. Especially in this setup. Regular Aethel's a threat, but Dark Aethel's less of one. Dark Elhain, though, is a whole nother ball game. The main thing here is to be relentless. Specifically to the War Mother. I don't need her getting her stuff off. And we got some gems. Now, Dreadhorn is extremely obnoxious, but we're going to try this. Actually, I'm going to try a different team. Okay, so I'm going to try an exotic team and see how they fare. How do I want to approach this? See, there's a whole bunch of different options that I could use in this fight. But the one that's most tempting is Vizier. Okay. Man, the amount of debuffs on here, even if I get to the boss, I don't want to... I really don't want to have to, it's just like this Harbinger. Let's do that. Heartseeker. Let's go for decreased accuracy. Okay, I don't want to beat this guy. I don't want to beat this guy. Because I know I have to do the XP boost thing. I don't want to beat him. I don't need that can of worms opened, please. I know that sounds bizarre, but I really don't want that can of worms opened. I don't want that can of worms opened, I've decided. I don't. Because then that means I have to stay up the whole night, and I've been mandated not to do that. So... Because then I have to do the whole, you know, use the boost, obviously. Because then they just give me the boost. Man, I know I could probably beat it, but I'm going to need a different strategy of higher up the tower. And that's a fact. So we're just going to do the secret room. I'll take some fragments. We will be fighting that. I just don't... I want to time it. I want to time it. We got Visix the Unbowed. Uh-huh. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Let's go. Let's go. And we'll be doing that later. Let's crack 10, see what we get. A boatload of food! Oh yeah, food, except for maybe shield guard. Maybe, if you're desperate. So yeah, we'll be doing that later. I will see you all then.